Good morning, everyone. I look kind of crazy right now. I'm in my car, clearly, and I have a hoodie and a headscarf on. So, it's going to be a very ratchet video today, but hopefully you guys bear with me and watch until the end of this video. It does really help me out when you do. And also remember to like and subscribe to my channel. That does also really help me, and I appreciate this support. As crazy it is, you don't really tend to support people on a YouTube because it just seems like everything's just coming at you so fast. But I do want to turn this channel into kind of like a forum where people feel very comfortable and safe. So if you did subscribe and like and share my content, I would greatly appreciate that, so we could get that content out to even more people who are struggling or going through a similar situation. Now, in today's video, I wanted to go over narcissism, narcissists, attention seeking behavior. And I kind of wanted to go over my own experience with it as well, because I think that would be very helpful to a lot of people. Essentially, attention seeking is very confused. I feel like sometimes we think that this is just part of someone's personality. Attention seeking is a very toxic trait. And I don't think it's part of someone's personality per se, because that's a very learned trait, and it's done to gain something. It's done for some sort of desired outcome. So I don't think that. But one thing I do know is that attention seeking can leave you feeling exhausted. It can leave you feeling drained of all of your energy. And it's not very fun. But at the same time, you're scratching your head. Why is this person doing so much? Why are they doing the most from their day-to-day life when they could just be just being themselves, whatever that is, and not going above and beyond to get attention in certain situations? And I wanted to go briefly into why I believe they do that based on my own experience. I've dealt with a couple people in my life who are narcissists, as you probably are well aware on this channel. And every time I dealt with them, and it would be a mundane situation. For example, there was one situation with someone in my life who was a narcissist. I would essentially just bring up something very simple, like their job, right? What they do for work. And I would ask something very point blank, simple question. Oh, how was work? And the answer would be a mix of, my job doesn't treat me right, I'm undervalued here, the people here are terrible, this happened to me on this day and it was so wrong, and I am so pissed about how the outcome was. I deserved better. That's a synopsis of where that conversation went from there. And don't get me wrong, people vent all the time, so it's natural to happen occasionally. But this is for those cases where you see this happening time after time after time. Like, this becomes like a systematic pattern for you with this individual. You'll bring up a very straightforward question and you will get a very detailed, drama-filled, woe is me, cue the violins, dramatic story behind it. And it's almost made to make you feel bad for these individuals in some sort of way, in some sort of hidden, veiled kind of way. And you walk away from these interactions feeling a little bit uneasy. You feel like, okay, why did this conversation turn into me? It just solely focused on them when we were just talking about a very simple question or simple topic, as you would think. But that is narcissist attention seeking. In a way, they turn mundane issues, mundane topics, they'll find a way to turn it into a way to talk about themselves, to talk about their gripes, to talk about things that they feel that they're not justly getting a just outcome from, right? It's almost like a pity party. And why do they do this? In my humble opinion, I think it's to obtain some sort of validation for their unhappiness, for their perceived slights in life, their perceived undesirable outcomes, for a life that they probably feel is not going the way they want it to. So instead of outwardly complaining about their lives to make it too obvious, they tend to make simple conversations, simple areas of topic about themselves, and they will make it so you feel bad for them. Another example of this, which I think was very, very just bizarre. I was talking to someone about just really, really nothing, about how life is, and how you have to work a lot to be able to make ends meet, which is very, very typical. It's kind of crazy. We got COVID, and it's very normal to talk about that. And from there, it just kind of leapfrogged from a normal conversation to talking about how this person grew up poorly and their mother didn't give them enough, and they feel like they were given the short end of the stick, so to speak, in life, and they were kicked out at a young age. And it sucks so much to work 3 jobs. You have to work 2 jobs in some cases, and then you got to work 3. And my life has been so difficult up until now. Without me even asking anything like this, any type of specific questions about their childhood, how tough their life has been. No, simply just me asking, or bring up the topic of working hard, trying to pay bills, achieve your goals. It would turn to a pity party and a sad fest about their life and about their struggles and their plight in life and all of that. Now, I do think that narcissists do this for, like I said, attention seeking and validation, because they're not feeling very good about their lives. And the only way for them to justify a lot of this, instead of taking action like someone logically would do, something's not working for you, you'll try and take an action to fix it, to repair it, to maybe not even do that, but just to kind of not go the attention seeking, validation seeking route. A narcissist needs to have that attention seeking and validation to feel good about themselves, enough so they can explain it away in their minds. Because I do think the psychology around bringing up certain topics without being asked about it is, those are your insecurities talking. And narcissism, I find that it's very insecurity driven. And while there are very insecure people, don't get me wrong, narcissists have a way of spinning everything and making you feel very badly about these given situations without you even consciously realizing it sometimes. Sometimes, it's weeks, months later down the line that you realize what these conversations turned out to be. And it was pretty much meant to make you feel bad for them, to give them this validation, to tell them, oh no, Billy, you're good. That was so bad. I can't believe that happened to you. Oh my goodness, that was so unfair. Because essentially, there's no other answer you feel like you can give to these people. You feel almost awkward, and you feel like the way those conversations end up going, it's designed for you to give no other answer but to feel bad for them and to pity them. And ultimately, to close out the video, when you do this time after time again, you pretty much keep this narcissist in their comfort zone. You keep them from really having to address these insecurities, these issues that they know are present, even though they don't address it. I know it's a very weird concept, but they know that these issues are there. Their narcissists are very aware of their issues and insecurities, but they very rarely address it. They run away from it and they project onto you. And when you give these people attention and validation this way, without you even thinking about it sometimes, you justify it for them. You are like that little voice in their head telling them that everything that happened to them was someone else's fault and it was so unfair. And it's like a repeated wheel, keeps, what is it called? It's like a record going again and again and again. Validating, very, very illogical thinking. And one thing I do want to say to close out is you always want to tell the truth. Not so you hurt people's feelings, but you want to be truthful. You don't want to really hinder people because, good or bad, narcissists, essentially you're only hindering them when you essentially play into this false narrative, and it's just not healthy for you and it's not healthy for them. So yeah, that's today's video. Hopefully you all did enjoy it. Hopefully it resonated with you, because I've had this experience with certain narcissists in my life, and I'm curious, have you had the same experience? If you have, leave it down in the comments. I want to hear about it. Even little details. I think that people watching this video will take something very useful away from it. How did you handle it when you were going through this with your narcissist? Let us know. I do read and respond to pretty much every comment. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you all in my next one. Be well, be safe, and take care. Bye.